want to engage you one-on-one. So today, first and foremost, my name is Quinzel Chestnut II, and I am indeed the son of a cancer survivor. And today I want to talk to you about a word, one word. It's a simple word. Why? Just 3 letters. W-H-Y. Why? Now, as simple as this word may be, I can tell you that about 4 months ago, the meaning of that word to me changed. About 4 months ago, I was in church, and my church home back in Columbia, South Carolina, Trinity Connections International Fellowship. Every first and third Tuesday, we hold what's called Women of the Word, called WOW. And the women of our church, they hold this forum of inspirational words, inspirational encouragement, every first and third Tuesday. So on one random Tuesday, I decided that I wanted to go because my wife was in charge. My wife, April, was in charge to deliver what resilience means to her. So on this day, I went ahead and I went. And as April is ministering to the people of God, she shows a video clip. And this video clip told a story. And as I'm watching this video clip and I'm watching this story, by the time we got to the end of that story, the word why had changed to me altogether. So today I'm going to share with you that story. Now the story is about a man by the name of Buster Douglas. This man, some of you may know, was a boxer. But for those of you who do not know who Buster Douglas is, he was a good boxer. He was pretty good at his job. He was a fighter. And like any other boxer, he had goals and he had dreams. His dream was to be the best. But as all of us know, in order to be the best, we have to beat the best. At that point in time, in 1990, the best boxer in the world was a man by the name of Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was a vicious fighter. Mike Tyson not only defeated his opponents, but he knocked them out to the point of unconsciousness. Mike Tyson had a reputation of a mean streak. As a matter of fact, Mike Tyson had a reputation. Once he knocked his opponent out, they never got back up to even finish the fight, let alone win it. No one had ever gotten back up after being knocked out by Mike Tyson. So here we are, 1990, and Buster Douglas is getting ready to face Mike Tyson. And in this fight, what the world thought was going to happen actually happened. Mike Tyson knocked out Buster Douglas. And there he is on the canvas. Blood, sweat, and tears dripping from his face. The structure in his face began to change because he had been knocked out so badly. Here comes the 10 count. 3, 2, 1. Ding, ding, ding. The round is over. He's saved by the bell. Both fighters get to go back to their corners. Now here we are. Buster Douglas has a point to make. He has a decision to make. At that point, he had a decision to make, and he stood by his purpose, his why, his W-H-Y. At that point, the whole world thought that Buster Douglas did not have a chance. He's just like the rest of them, just another victim of Mike Tyson. But in that next round, he began to do what no other man had done before. Not only did he begin to fight back in that follow round, but he began to win. He began to take the lead. Not only did he come back and win that fight, he knocked out Mike Tyson that night. Now the world is confused and shocked. Why? How is this possible? How, of all people, you are the one to beat Mike Tyson? Why? He said it's simple. He said, before my mother died of a stroke and my father died of cancer. But he said, before my mother died, she promised the world that her son would beat Mike Tyson. She made a promise to the world that her son would be the man to do what no other person has done before. And his mother died 3 weeks before the fight actually happened. My mother was not here. My mother was not here to make it to see this very moment. But she made a promise, and it was up to me to keep that promise. I'm here to tell you today that Mike Tyson was knocked out because Buster Douglas understood his why. His why was bigger than that knockout punch. His why was greater than defeat. His why was greater than anything the devil could throw at him. Some of you are here today because breast cancer, or cancer in general, represents Mike Tyson in your life. Some of you may know someone who lost their life to cancer. Some of you know survivors and endured a long and hard battle with cancer. But cancer cannot be Mike Tyson what it was to everyone else. You have to be Buster Douglas. You have to understand why do we fight? Why do we fight against cancer? Why do we continue to plan? Why do we continue to organize? Why do we continue to host events like this? Because our why is greater than defeat. Our why is greater than that knockout punch. Our why is greater than cancer. Now, before that fight, someone told Buster Douglas that it couldn't be done. So I'm going to share with you a response. Somebody said that it couldn't be done, but he, with a chuckle, replied that maybe it couldn't, but he would be one who wouldn't say so till he tried. So he buckled right in with a bit of a grin on his face. If he worried, he hit it. He started to sing as he tackled that thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. Somebody scoffed, "Oh, you'll never do that." At least no one ever has done it. But he took off his coat, he took off his hat, and the first thing we knew, he'd begun it. With a lift of his chin and a bit of a grin, without any doubting or quitting, he started to sing as he tackled that thing that could not be done, and he did it. There are thousands to tell you that it cannot be done. There are thousands to prophesy failure. There are thousands to point out to you one by one the dangers that wait to assail you. But just buckle in with a bit of a grin, just take off your coat and go to it. And just start to sing as you tackle that thing that cannot be done, and you'll do it. Your fight is my fight is your fight, and we fight this fight together. We will continue to pray and continue to fight, no matter the storm or the weather. We'll continue to pray, we'll continue to fight until we have our answer. And we'll walk this walk together forever until the world is free from cancer.
Yeah, wow.
Thank you. So now I have the opportunity to introduce the speaker of today. And this woman is my Buster Douglas. This is the Buster Douglas of my life. She's my very own mother. And while she's speaking to you today, I want you to remember something. I want you to remember Buster Douglas when my mother explains how cancer not only changed her life, but changed the life of our entire family. How it literally snatched us from a happy home where we were living in Germany and sent us to another part of the world, a part of the world we had never been before. I want you to remember Buster Douglas and how he remembered his why when you hear my mother speak to you today. Her message is powerful. Just remember your why. Thank you.